Hello everyone, welcome to Life of L to the W. I am L to the W, where everything on this channel is about cars, coffee, and life. New here, I'm a veteran. I vlog about all the crazy stuff in my life and things like these two beautiful Camaros over here. So right now I'm working, I just picked up this 1991 Camaro. It's absolutely pristine. It's almost perfect condition. We have a few things we're working on to tweak it. I was actually looking for something that would have been a little bit more involved with maybe some paint work and stuff like that. But man, I got a really great deal on this car and she is about almost immaculate. So I'm going ahead and trying to restore the few items on it that aren't in absolute perfect condition, and one of those is what's in this box. This isn't factory GM stuff, but this car, for whatever, I don't know why is it when people sell their cars to keep the floor mats for mementos. I never understood that, but yeah, this car has no floor mats, so I got a nice set. Oh, there almost went the camera. I got this through Rock Auto. I have no idea what they look like. Oh yeah, I ordered them. You just pick the color, and then it had logos, but you couldn't see what the logo is. So I could have picked between like the I think the Chevy bow tie. I could have said Camaro or Z28. I picked Z28, and how awesome is that? It's red. It's red. Hell yeah, it matches the car. That's friggin' awesome. I had no idea. It didn't tell you what the color the stitching was. It didn't tell you anything. They really weren't cheap, but don't tell the wife. Between us, right? $10. But yeah, oh yeah, these I'm not gonna put them in now because I still have some interior work to do in the car. I need to shampoo the carpets and clean it up and that. But yeah, man, that feels good. That's gonna, heck yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh yes. Okay, so I got to pull this out of the garage, and I got a little bit of got to work on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. So now what I'm gonna try to do is get this headliner down, so that way Monday morning I could drop it off. He said if I get it to him early enough, I should actually have it back same day. Now granted, it's gonna be over the weekend because they're closed on Fridays, but hey, may as well get it out. It's nice and cool right now, so I just want to knock this out right now while I got a minute. Alright, it's out. I mean, it wasn't terribly bad. If these big panels back here were easier to remove, it would make life easier. It would give you more clearance. And when you're one person, it's hard to push down and pull out on the thing. But the worst part is I did kind of break the headliner a little bit. I really hope they probably know how to fix them. I mean, there's really not a lot here. But what happens is there's a little slit right here. And this is where the seatbelt comes through. So you have to kind of pull it open to slide the seatbelt through, and inevitably it just freaking falls apart no matter how careful you are. I mean, I held it up there, and I thought I did fine getting it out, but as soon as I got the headliner out, piece fell right out, and I looked at that one's totally torn. So like I said, they do this for a living, so hopefully they should know how to re-glue it back on. If not, then I might just have to end up buying the entirety, the new backing, and I don't know. But it's out, so it's out. Won't be driving the car for a little bit, not until I get this interior put back in, because it's not really I'm not putting all this back just to take it anywhere, because this is a major pain. All the clips, if you can see them, are still in there. Of course, they didn't pop out with the rest of the car, so oh well. But we got it prepped and ready to take it down Monday, get this thing fixed. That was us in Amsterdam. I love that picture. But to say I've always loved Camaros and wanted them my whole life would be an understatement. I made this book way back when I was in high school. It's a whole big compilation of IROC tests and test drives and stuff like that. But I found the thing on the 1LE performance package. See, those were the dual piston brakes And here are the brakes that were in the back. And right here, God, there's a bad glare, sorry about that. Right there you can see it's a single piston. So I thought it was double. It looks like it because there's 2 sets of fins and it would match what's on the front. See, the front brakes back then were a double piston. Yes, this is a 1LE, 1991, 1992 1LE. Or actually I think it was even earlier because this was on an IROC 1LE. So yeah, the 1LE, look at that. Camaro 1LE. Alright, so 1LE has been an option for quite a while, believe it or not. These weren't very popular because back then it was an AC delete. They built these to be race cars, so it was an AC delete. It wasn't very popular, but there was a 1LE. Look at 1989. 1LE. Learn something every day with your boy L to the W. What? I gotta run to Walmart with the wife. FedEx is bringing some parts. Hopefully they come before we get back and she doesn't see them. Alright everybody, it's your favorite little Rooski here. Say hi, they miss you. You don't make as many appearances anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going food shopping, making some preps for our next vacation plans. And she's beautiful, feisty, but beautiful.
What are you recording?
My beautiful wife.
Get in the car.
Yes, dear. Look how awesome, she opened the door for me. And now she's gonna hit me with the mat. Watch.
What did you say?
I said you're beautiful. I said how nice you opened the door for me. Because you're so nice.
Yeah, I am nice.
And kind. Sorry. Then I also said that you would beat me in the face with the shade.
I did not beat you.
And you did not fail.
I did not beat you.
At least you didn't knock my glasses off this time.
Uh-uh. Okay.
She's beautiful, guys, but she's a handful.
Seatbelt on.
Park it that way. The freak are you going?
Oh, shit.
My wife, 2 of her Russian friends, and a small baby are all getting together, and then she asked me, hey, do you want to come join us? And I was like, nah, no I don't. That really doesn't sound like my cup of tea, to be with 3 Russian women chatting and a baby. Instead, I'm going to open up these boxes that FedEx just brought. AC Delcom. I think you guys know what this is. Already mentioned what I was going to do for the car. And there we have it. 1 brand new, or it's actually 2. There's 2 in here. Get another one. 2 brand new rotors for the rear of the car. Because we're going to change out that spring. We're going to be putting more power into the back brakes. We're also got the big brakes coming. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting on them, I may as well go ahead and I can at least get the backs done. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to put me a little bit ahead of the game. There's no modification involved in this. These will just go on. I really have to start keeping track of how much money I spent on this build. That's going to be one video. It's going to get me in trouble. But also have this. Going to bring her into the modern age here with some ceramic pads for the rear. Should help keep the rims a little bit cleaner and give it a little bit more stopping power, something that I don't think was available then. So that was the wife on the phone. So I decided to go ahead and put off the brakes until this morning. I got Garage Dog here helping me. So there's the original rotor. You can see it's quite shiny, very glazed up. Almost looks like there's some cracking through here, possibly. Probably 96,000 miles, or no, 91,000 miles on this car. I don't think these brakes have ever been done. Typical of a single piston caliper. You can see that brake's got plenty of life left in it. And that one's about worn because the side with the piston is going to push. And then it pulls the other side. Is what they call floating caliper. But this is very, very weird. Look at this setup. Normally you take the caliper off of the bracket, but see, the bolt right here is hidden behind this parking brake mechanism, and I'm not quite sure about taking that off. See, it's got what looks like maybe a one-time type nut. I'm not, some type of pushing thing that locks it in. Oh, so, and see, that's like a nut there. So I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't want to mess with it and have this thing apart and I have to run the auto parts store, and I got my car half in and out of the garage. So I'm just try to slide these pads in. That's something I thought this was going to be like a quick, easy, slap them on and be done, but anyway, this is a weird sight. Look at this. So you squeeze the cable, it pivots this and pushes the piston out to grab. And then it looks like you have two springs that help return the piston back in when you're done. I guess it's better than the old system where the piston used to rotate in and out, and you had to like actually rotate them when you did the brakes. I don't know. It's weird, but this will get figured out. So question, does this pad here look anything like that pad? No. Thank you, Rock Auto. Sent me the wrong damn pad, so now I have to run to the auto parts store and get new pads. Which I didn't want to do. Leave my car half in and out of the garage. Well, it appears it was my mistake. I checked my Rock Auto order and I ordered brake pads for the front and not the rear. My defense, it's really hard. Rock Auto hides. It's just a little checkbox. I just now found it to where you can separate between front and rear pads, because before there were so many options and I probably just missed thing. So I checked the local auto parts store. Nobody even has a ceramic pad. The only thing, they have some other stuff, and I have to drive way out because none of the local stores have it, and I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do all that to put pads on here. I don't want. So we'll get it. I got the new ones on order, but man, look at how pretty they are when they're brand new. Oh well, let me go put all this old stuff back on. So here's the situation with the Camaro. Got the old rusty glazed up rotors on the back. I'm not going to put on stuff that I didn't want for the car. I have the new ceramics on order, so when they come we'll go ahead and do that. My big front brakes are on their way. I did get the shipping confirmation yesterday, so I mean they're still not in the system because it was Sunday, but I do have the shipping, which tells me everything's done and it's on its way. Can't wait to share that with you. So things are rolling with this car. I've contacted an engine tuner and a performance guy. They make intake manifolds for this car. Something that's very restrictive is like the base plenum and stuff like that. And I asked them what they recommended for like cam cylinder, things like that. So we got some. I'm working on the engine stuff. It's going to be coming up after we do the suspension, exhaust, and all that. And then yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So the headliner's still here. I was going to run it down this morning, but unfortunately it won't fit in the Cruise. I even kind of did a little more damage here to that front corner trying to squeeze it in. I was going to borrow the wife's vehicle, but in typical fashion, she was running late this morning, and I didn't even want to get into any kind of argument about having her switch cars. So she's actually off tomorrow, so we'll take her vehicle and run the headliner down. It's funny, when I went to the detail shop, the guy's asking about the paint, and I'm like, yeah, it's original. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful in that. So yeah, the only thing I did was like the shine armor. I wiped down the whole car with the shine armor, and I mean, man, it put a beautiful shine on it. I'm still gonna buff it to get out some of the scratches, but I mean, man, for just putting a shine on the car, check it out. I have a link down below. You can get 10% off of that stuff. So pretty good stuff, man. I still get, like here on the cruise where I used it, it's still beating up. All the water's beating up on it. So, and even the mailbox. Look at this. Yeah, pretty good stuff. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog as usual, guys. Thank you very much for your support. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and consider doing that. Also leave a thumbs up. It just helps the algorithm recommend my channel and help us grow. The more we grow, the more stuff we can do. If you care to help out in any way, shape, or form with the build of the car, links down below. Buy a t-shirt, PayPal, Patreon, all that good stuff that everyone does. So just, if you don't mind, help me out. If not, subscribe, watch the advertisements. Doesn't cost you anything, and I get the ad revenue. So, you know, like I said, this stuff's getting expensive, so help me out. And until then, we will see you on the next one.